Welcome to Make a Model Lung, presented by the Maricopa County Air Quality Department. Let's start out by just breathing for 1 minute. The happy face on the screen is the timer. When the happy face disappears, 1 minute will be up. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Take another deep breath in and let it out. While you're breathing, I want you to think about how much air you are taking in and out of your lungs in just 1 minute. If we could measure it by volume being the amount of space that something takes up, and if we had a bottle with a volume of 1 liter, how many liters of air do you think are going in and out of your lungs in this 1 minute? We're coming down to the last few seconds. And time's up, but keep breathing. So, how many liters of air did you just breathe in? Students, choose the number you think is the correct answer. Is it A, 2 liters, B, 5 liters, C, 50 liters, or D, 10 liters? Teachers, pause the video to discuss with the class. Welcome back. The correct answer is D, 10 liters. On average, you breathe in 10 liters every single minute. That adds up to a lot of air. I couldn't imagine drinking 10 liters of water in 1 minute, but that's how much air I typically breathe in a minute. With 60 minutes in an hour and 24 hours in a day, that really adds up. And where does all that air go? Into your lungs. When you take a breath, air goes in through your nose, travels down your trachea or windpipe, and into your lungs. The oxygen in the air transfers from your lungs to your blood. Your blood takes the oxygen to every cell in your body. Because we depend on air and the oxygen in the air for life, it's important to understand what's in our air. Air is made up of a mixture of invisible gases. It's approximately 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Less than 1% are gases that include hydrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and a few others. Natural events like volcanic eruptions, as well as human activities, can add pollution to the air. You might be wondering, what exactly is air pollution? An air pollutant is any substance in the air that can cause harm to humans or the environment. Here are a few common activities that create air pollution in Maricopa County. Smoke from burning wood in fireplaces and outdoor fire pits. Dust from unpaved roads, parking lots, and construction sites. Car exhaust from burning gasoline in car engines. And emissions from some businesses. Let's take a look at how air pollution can dramatically increase in just a few hours. This time-lapsed video shows how air pollution built up between 7 a.m. and noon on New Year's Day 2016. So if you think about what people are doing during the holidays, lighting off fireworks, or maybe burning wood in a fireplace or an outdoor fire pit, you can see that as we're approaching the noon hour, there's a thick layer of smog and smoke hanging over the valley where people are breathing it in. Air pollution is especially bad for children, the elderly, and anyone with asthma or some other health conditions. High levels of air pollution can make it hard for sensitive people to breathe, sending them to emergency rooms and urgent care centers. Let's learn more about how air pollution can affect our lungs.
A city covered by a brown cloud. For years, Phoenix has failed to meet government health standards for air pollution. If you're exercising or working outdoors on a bad air day, you could be damaging your lungs. Staying healthy is about what you know, not just what you see. When you breathe, air travels into your lungs through a system of tiny tubes called bronchioles. These tubes carry air to small sacs that deliver oxygen to your bloodstream. In healthy lungs, the air flows freely. But when you breathe polluted air, dust particles can block the passageways, making your lungs less efficient. As dust builds up, your body produces mucus to trap it. But some of the smallest particles still manage to get into your blood and heart. The pollution you can see comes from a mixture of dust from unpaved roads, construction sites, vehicle exhaust, power plants, fireplaces, and other sources. There are two types of dust particles: coarse, which are about 1/7 the size of a strand of hair, and fine, which are smaller than a red blood cell. The coarse particles, known as PM10, accumulate in lung passages, forcing your body to work harder. You cough and wheeze as your lungs try to expel what you've inhaled. The fine dust particles, or PM2.5, can be even more dangerous. These tiny particles can travel deep into the lungs, bloodstream, and heart. They can contribute to a buildup in arteries, clogged blood vessels, and damaged lung tissue. Ozone, the pollution you can't see, has its own dangers by causing your lungs and airways to swell. It produces an effect almost like sunburn, inflaming and irritating the tissues. Even when the air is clear, it can still be harmful to kids. Children breathe air faster than adults, so they tend to inhale more pollution. Children exposed to dirty air for many years grow up with lungs that are less efficient than they should be. So how can you protect yourself? During high pollution alerts, people with heart or breathing ailments should stay indoors, and even healthy people should avoid too much outdoor exercise. And everyone can help reduce pollution by driving less, joining a carpool, and observing no burn days.
You might be wondering how you can tell how much pollution is in the air and how it might affect your health. The Maricopa County Air Quality Department has a network of 23 air monitoring stations located throughout Maricopa County. Now, on the screen, you'll see a screenshot of our online map where you can go and find air quality data in real time. But each colored circle on that map marks the location of an air monitoring station. You can see on the day this screenshot was taken, some of the stations are showing as green, while others are yellow. The dots will change colors depending on the air quality index, which uses colors and numbers to communicate to people how good or bad the air is and how it might affect their health. Again, you can see on this day, the air quality was good to moderate. Green indicates the air quality was good near those monitors, while yellow indicates the air quality was moderate or okay. If we started to see orange dots, that would indicate the air is unhealthy for those who are sensitive to air pollution. Remember, that's our friends with asthma, the elderly, young children, and anyone with other health conditions like lung or heart disease. As we move into the red, purple, and maroon range, the air has become unhealthy for everyone. Now it's your turn to make a model lung. Watch the demonstration video, then follow the directions on the pattern. I'm going to show you how you can make a model lung using just a few simple materials. You'll need a pattern. You will also need 2 straws with bendable ends, like this, as well as 2 plastic sandwich-sized bags. Now you want the kind that fold over at the top, so not a Ziploc bag. And then finally, you'll need tape. You can use either masking tape or clear transparent tape. I'm using clear transparent tape for today's demonstration, and a pair of scissors. Let's get started. The first thing you'll need to do is cut out your pattern pieces. So here you have the lungs with a windpipe or trachea, a nose, and lips. So cut those pattern pieces out. It can be a little tricky sometimes to cut in here because it's so narrow. So take your time, don't rush through it. And when you've finished cutting out your pieces, you will have 3 pieces that look like this. So here is the nose, here are the lungs, and here are the lips. Just set those aside. Take the 2 straws with the bendable ends, and you want to put them together like this with the bendable ends pointing down, and you can pull those out so you have what looks like an upside down Y. Now you're going to take the tape and you're going to tape them together nice and secure. I'm actually going to tape them in 2 spots. I'm going to put them, a piece of tape here, nice and tight here right at the very top. And then I'm also going to tape them down here where the upside down Y part begins. So let me go ahead and do that. Second piece of tape. And again, masking tape works fine if that's what you have available. Okay, so now you've formed the trachea or the windpipe, and this goes down and branches off into what will be our lungs. Now, to form the inside of the lungs, you're going to take one of those plastic baggies here. Let's find the opening, the top right here. I'm going to put the end of one of the straws inside the bag, and then I'm going to kind of scrunch up the top of the bag like this. I can even kind of twist it around, and then I'm going to tape it to my straw. I'm going to use 2 pieces of tape today. I want to tape it nice and secure, so wrap it around like so. You want to make sure that no air escapes out of the top of the bag. Now I'm going to check this and see when I pulled on it a little, just very gently, how the baggie started sliding off of my straw. So that's where I'm going to take that second piece of tape. And up a little higher, I'm going to tape it nice and securely, like so. And hopefully, all right, now when I tug on it gently, it does not slide off of my straw. You're going to repeat those same steps on the other side with the second baggie. Once you've done that, you will have a piece that looks like this. Now you're going to take those pattern pieces that you cut out earlier, and you're going to attach them to the straw. So to do this, you'll need to make 2 or 3 tape loops. And tape loops, super easy to make. Sticky side out, just like that. And I'm going to start with, I think, my nose. So let me find that pattern piece. Here it is. And I'm going to put that tape loop on the back of the nose pattern piece. And then right up at the top, I'm going to gently attach it to the 2 straws. All right, so another tape loop, and I am going to attach the lips. Okay, again, I'm going to put my tape loop kind of in the center of the back of the lips, and then I'm going to position it a little bit below the nose. You can kind of play around with the placement there. So now I've got my nose and my lips, and then finally I want to put a tape loop right here in the center of the back of the lungs, just like so. And then I'm going to place that right here under the lips. Okay, so now I've got all the parts of my respiratory system, and this is the really fun part. The kids can put their mouths on the top of the straw, blow through it, and watch their lungs inflate. Have fun. Now that you understand the importance of clean air, you too can become a clean air champion. There are many actions everyone can take to help reduce air pollution and improve air quality. These are just a few: walking, biking, riding public transit, carpooling with a friend. Use a broom and a dustpan instead of a leaf blower to clean up your landscaping debris. You can also fuel after dark to help reduce ground level ozone. And really important, don't idle your car engine in a long drive-through line. Park your car and go inside. Or if you have to be in the line, if you're going to be there for more than 10 seconds, turn your engine off and then turn it on again when it's time to move ahead in line. Not only will you help protect the air, you'll also save gas and money. So lots of easy things everyone can do. Thank you for taking action to improve air quality and protect everyone's health. Have fun making your lung model.